Welcome to tutorial number 6, and in this tutorial we are going to be talking about images. Okay, now there are a few different things that we actually need to remember or have to do when adding an image to our website. Now the first thing is to actually have two images. So I've got two over here. Okay, now I'm going to keep these images in the same folder or the same directory as my index.html file, and basically this is just going to allow, whenever I want to add an image, all I need to know is the image name. Okay, if you guys want to be able to keep your pictures in a different folder, okay, so to add an image onto our website we use the image tag, except you don't type the word image, okay? You type in img, okay? And that means image, okay? And the image tag is a single tag, so we can go ahead and close that off now. But there are a few attributes. Now, if you guys watched the previous tutorial, you learned about attributes, and I told you that attributes are little bits of extra information that some of these HTML tags need to work. Okay, now I can't just go ahead and put in this image tag on my website because HTML obviously doesn't know what image I want to use, so I have to give it a little bit of extra information to tell it which image to use. So the attribute that we put in to check or to tell HTML which image we want on the website is src, and that stands for image source. Okay, and we're going to set that equal to the name of our image. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and use subscribe.ping image, and when I save this now and go back to Firefox and click refresh, well, I actually ran it, you can see I've got this subscribe showing up on the screen. So okay, so now we've got the image on the screen, but to put in just image source as the attribute is not actually correct. It's not valid, because what happens if HTML can't find this image? So let's say I made a spelling mistake and I put got or whatever. Okay, if we go back to Firefox now and click refresh, Firefox couldn't find the image named got, so like nothing shows up on the page. Okay, so that's why we've got the second attribute called alt, and what this does is it puts out some writing of whatever image was supposed to be there. Okay, so let's just say the image over here, and whatever we put inside this alt attribute, whatever we set this alt attribute equal to, that is what will display on the screen if Firefox or Google Chrome couldn't find the image. Okay, so there we've got, okay, so that would only show up if the image can't be found, but it's not valid to put an image on your website with just a source attribute. You have to also use an alt attribute in case the browser couldn't find the image, or in case maybe whoever was coming to your website turned images off in their browser or something. Okay, so let's go ahead and just correct that. Save it. Go back to Firefox, and as you can see, when the image is found, then we don't get this alt attribute. We don't get these words showing up on the page. Okay, so the only reason why they're there is because it's not valid otherwise. Now the next thing I want to show you guys is two more attributes which are considered good practice to keep in your image tag, but they can also be used to resize the image on the web page as well. The two other attributes that I want to talk to you guys about are called the width, and we got to set that equal to whatever the image width is, and the height. Okay, and we've got to set that equal to the height. So what I can do is I can use these width and these height attributes to actually change the size of the image. So let's say I actually only wanted it to be about 900 by 480 pixels, I think will do. So let's go ahead and save that now. Go back to Firefox, click refresh, and as you can see, we have the image almost fitting correctly into the browser. So thank you very much, guys.